Here I prepared a little presentation for you to understand about sets. There is a picture collection. We can see flowers, banana, grapes, several numbers and an apple. Now let's categorize these objects into groups. So there is a flower group, fruit group and number group. So there are three groups, or you can say there are three sets here. Just now you learned that a set represents a collection of objects. So basically a set means a group of collection. Now let's define a set properly. A set is a well-defined collection of objects. Well, what does well-defined mean? It is a very important term. Look at these expressions. Numbers from 1 to 10, grade 7 students' names in your school, odd numbers, smart students in your class, beautiful flowers. Among these, some of here are sets and some are not. After observing this term well-defined, we will be able to identify sets among these expressions. Okay, now I have a question for you. What are the tasty fruits among these? This girl says grapes and orange are tasty fruits. Let's ask from this girl. She thinks grapes, apple and orange are tasty fruits. This boy thinks pomegranate and orange are tasty fruits. Now look at the answers. They are different from one another. It's because the word tasty cannot be defined. So this tasty fruit is not well-defined expression. Therefore, this is not a set. By the way, what do you think the tasty fruits are? Is it grapes, apple, orange, or all of them? Just comment down below and see how many different answers there are. Okay, my second question is, what are the red fruits among these? So everybody says grapes and pomegranate. Now this time everybody gets the same answer because it is well defined. Therefore we can say red fruit is a set. I think now you may have understood that if my idea of tasty fruits is completely different from yours, then it is not a set because it's not well defined. But the second statement, red fruits, everybody gave the same answer because it's well defined. So it is a set. Now let's get back to these expressions that I mentioned earlier. Numbers from 1 to 10. What is the answer to this? Yes, we know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So this is a set because it's well defined. Grade 7 students' name in your school. You can get their names from the register and write them down. So it's also a set. Odd numbers. What are odd numbers? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on. We know odd numbers are the numbers that are not divisible by 2. So it's well defined, therefore this is a set. Now look at these two statements. Smart students in your class and beautiful flowers. Smart, beautiful, we call such words relative terms because the meaning of these words will change from person to person. Think about this way. The flowers I think are beautiful may not be beautiful to you. So that's how we are going to identify relative terms. And remember, the expressions with a relative term are not a set. I'll take one example to explain all of these. Consider this question. Represent even numbers between 0 and 10 in a set. So what are the numbers? 2, 4, 6 and 8. We know this is a set. And elements are the items that belong to the set. So 2, 4, 6 and 8 are the elements of this set. Okay, let's discuss writing a set. There are three methods to write a set. They are descriptive method, listing method and Venn diagram. I'll use the same example to explain these three methods. In the descriptive method, we write a statement describing the set. We have to write it within a curly brackets and then name it using a capital letter. So how we are going to read this one? A is a set of even numbers between 0 and 10. Next method is listing method. We write down all the elements separated by commas. 2, 4, 6, 8. Then add curly brackets and name it using a capital letter. Now how do you read this? A is a set of even numbers between 0 and 10. Now let's learn about Venn diagram. All you have to do is draw any enclosed figure. Usually we draw a circle and then write down all the elements inside it like this. Then name it using a capital letter. Now that you are knowing these three methods, let's discuss some examples. Okay, now remember, you don't have to write in all three methods if you haven't been asked to. Writing in just one method is enough. But here I'll write my answers in all three methods just to familiarize you with these three methods. Let's read this example. Write down vowels of the English alphabet in a set. What is the answer for that? We know the vowels are A, E, I, O, U. How we are going to write this one in descriptive method? Yes, take any capital letter. I'll take X. X equals, open a curly bracket, then write down the statement of this set, vowels in the English alphabet. Then close the brackets. When you write it in listing method, you have to write down elements. X equals, open a curly bracket, A, E, I, O, U, and then close the curly brackets. When you represent this set in a Venn diagram, draw a circle and then write down all elements inside it. Remember, we don't use commas here in the circle. Then name it using a capital letter. I'll take X because this is the same set we are writing in three methods. Next example, write down a set of all the letters of the word mathematics. So you have to write all the letters of this word mathematics. If you are going to write this set in descriptive method, we are writing the statement of all the letters of mathematics within a curly brackets and then we name the set using a capital letter. I'll take D. Okay, now listen carefully. Here you will learn something new. When you write it in listing method, if you write it as D equals, open a curly bracket, M-A-T-H-E-M-A-T-I-C-S. If you write it like this, then it's wrong. Why is that? Because elements in a set do not repeat. We write each element only once. Look at here. M is repeated twice and A is repeated twice. Because of that, this is wrong. So how we are going to write it? B equals, open a curly bracket, then write down M-A-T-H-E-I-C-S. So this one is the correct one because you can see the elements do not repeat here and every letter is written in this set. So we learned something new here. What is that again? Elements in a set do not repeat. Let's discuss another example. Write down a set of multiples of 3. So what are the multiples of 3? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. It goes like that and never ends. So we can't write down all of them. Then how we are going to represent it in a set? You can write down few elements of the set and then place 3 dots or 3 periods and then close the brackets. So we can write, I'll take C to name the set. C equals 3, 6, 9, 12 and so on and then close the brackets. So these 3 dots or 3 periods tell you that the elements are keep going like this and it never ends. Okay, this is the end of the lesson. I hope you find it useful. Subscribe and click the notification so you'll be notified when I upload more lessons. Thank you everyone. See you in another video.